Okay, if you feel that you are in an uphill climb in a battle trying to communicate with someone to get them to understand and comprehend you, this might not be a communication issue you're having. This might not be a lapse in communication between you and this other person. It might be a comprehension issue. Now, this happens on our spiritual journey, on our spiritual awakening, our healing journey, whatever we're labeling it. I say it's all the same thing, but this happens where it's almost like two different radio stations, right? So you're over here on FM. And so tune in, okay, we're hearing at this level. And this person you're trying to communicate with is down here on AM or some other radio station. And you cannot hear each other. It's just not the same energetic frequency. So in a lot of times when you're in a frustration and a stage of like, why can't this person hear me? Why am I always misunderstood? It literally could be that you just are not, and it's more than seeing eye to eye, which is what people have told us most of our lives. Like, you're just not seeing eye to eye. You need to try harder to communicate this. You need to try other ways to communicate it. But it could simply be that you've come up to this level of healing and they are still at this level and it's just not matching. It's just not clicking. Because if you're up here, you can't really come down here. So if you've moved up, and I'm not saying you don't fluctuate through, your healing versions or whatever, but on this particular day, you're here. You've done a lot of work, you're in a particular place, and you are not hearing through unhealed ears. You are not seeing through wounds. You are in a more healed and developed place. Not saying you're better than anyone else. I'm just saying this is what happens. And perhaps on this day, this person is just in a dark place. They are not in high vibrational energy. And you can't come down, nor do you want to come down into the lower frequencies because you're up here. You're in the high energy vibration and they're in this vibration and you can't hear. You can't hear. They're hearing everything you say through unhealed ears. They're seeing you as wrong. Their perception is through their frequency, vibration, radio station, whatever the hell we're calling it. That's how they're seeing. That's their perception. That's their reality. And you're over here like, what the fuck? Seeing it one way, hearing it another way. And it's just like, the frustration is just real. At that point, it's not a communication issue. There is nothing you can say that's going to get through because they're hearing, seeing, feeling it through a completely different place, through a different lens, and all that. So all you can do at that stage is sort of back off a little bit. You don't have to be right. You don't even really have to be heard. But go into self. There's nothing to change but self. If you go over here and you keep trying to, like you're almost out of breath trying to get this person to hear you and understand you. If you keep doing that, you're just draining yourself. You're just pulling on yourself. It's better to still yourself, be quiet, work on yourself. If this is in your life, that means that you're in some level an energetic match for this. So you need to go back into yourself and you need to affirm to yourself, I'm only surrounded by people that love me, support me, understand me. I am understood. My points are valid and seen. I am seen, these kind of things. So if you're in this particular frustration cycle with someone or, in the future or in the past, it could be this. It could not be communication and it could be comprehension because you're just at different levels, different energetic levels, and then different levels of healing. So maybe take some time and think about that and apply that and see where you can go from there. You got this.